Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Pappy's Corner. We read bedtime stories. Tonight we're going to read The Three Bears. It's a cold day in New England. I've got my cardigan on. My cardigan was made by my special person, Sarah. We should all have a special person. And I have my tea. And I have my puppy Colby running around. Colby's a good puppy. There was once a family of three bears. There was a great big papa bear, a middle-sized mama bear, and a wee little baby bear. The three bears lived in a cozy little house right in the middle of the forest. The three bears always started each day in the very same way. First, they washed their faces and paws with sparkling fresh water and sweet-smelling soap. Then they made their beds and fluffed their feather pillows. After they were dressed for the day, they went downstairs for a nice breakfast of delicious porridge. It's good to start your day with a nice breakfast. One bright morning, Mama Bear cooked the porridge and called her family for breakfast, just as she did every day, rain or shine. She spooned the porridge into their three bowls, and they all sat down to eat. "It's too hot," exclaimed Baby Bear, tasting the porridge in his wee little bowl. "We must let the porridge cool for a while," agreed Papa Bear and Mama Bear, after they tasted the porridge in their bowls. The three bears decided to go for a walk while their hot breakfast cooled. Mama Bear took her basket in the case. They happened to find ripe blackberries to put on top of the porridge. That must be so good. Now, it just so happened that a little girl named Goldilocks was out walking in the woods that morning all by herself. She had been walking since quite early and was feeling rather tired. She was hungry as well, because she had left her house without eating her breakfast, which is never really a good idea, just so you know. When Goldilocks saw the bear's little house, she thought it was the perfect place to rest. Goldilocks marched up to the front door and knocked, but there was no answer. The bears were still out taking their walk, so Goldilocks just let herself in. Goldilocks saw the three bowls of porridge. Her mouth started to water, and her stomach started to rumble at once. She decided that she simply must taste the porridge. First, she dipped the spoon into the great big bowl that belonged to Papa Bear. "Oh, this porridge is too hot," she cried. Next, she tried the middle-sized bowl that belonged to Mama Bear. "This porridge is too cold," she said. Last, she had a taste from the wee little bowl that belonged to Baby Bear. "This porridge is just right," she said, and she gobbled it up. After she had eaten the porridge, Goldilocks wanted to rest. She went down into Bear's sitting room where she saw three chairs. First, she sat down in the great big chair. "This chair's too hard," she said. Next, she tried the middle-sized chair. "This chair is too soft," she said, struggling to get out. Last, she tried the wee little chair that was just right size for her to sit in. "This chair is just right," she smiled. But Goldilocks sat down so hard that the wee little chair broke into pieces. But this time, Goldilocks was very sleepy. She tiptoed up the stairs and found three beds. First, she lay down in the great big bed. "The bed is too high at the head," she said. Next, she tried the middle-sized bed. "This bed is too high at the foot," she frowned. Last, Goldilocks lay down on Baby Bear's wee little bed, and she said, "This bed is just right." And soon, Goldilocks fell asleep. A short time later, the three bears returned home from their walk. They noticed right away that things were not quite right. Papa Bear looked at his great big bowl of porridge and said in his great big voice, "Someone's been eating my porridge." Mama Bear looked at the middle-sized bowl of porridge and said in her middle-sized voice, "Someone's been eating my porridge." Baby Bear looked at his wee little bowl and said in his wee little voice, "Someone's been eating my porridge and is eating it all up." Three bears went into the sitting room. When they saw the great big chair, Papa said, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." Mama looked at the middle-sized chair and said, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." Baby Bear looked at his wee little chair and cried in his wee little voice, "Someone's been sitting in my chair and has broken it to pieces." The three bears went up the stairs to the bedroom. Papa Bear looked at the great big bed in his great big voice and said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." Mama Bear looked at the middle-sized bed. She said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." Baby Bear looked at his wee little bed and cried in his voice, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and there she is." Baby Bear's wee little voice woke Goldilocks. She sat up to find three bears staring at her. They did not look pleased to see her. Quick as a wink, she rolled out of the bed and ran straight to the window. She jumped right out and ran as fast as her legs could carry her. The three bears never saw Goldilocks again. Okay, it's time for bed. Good night. Remember, you're loved and you're special. Good night.